Hey, everybody. Welcome to Point of Grace Wednesday night Bible study. Well, guess what? I am home and I'm in my dining room right now. Obviously, see a hutch over here and a couple things. I was finally able to hopefully find a camera lens that's suitable for the streaming. Had been having some difficulties, had to spend a little bit of money, but hopefully things look better. I can't stand it when things aren't right. I'm a perfectionist at some things and a slob at other. But hey, happy Thanksgiving. You believe 2025? I guess that's what it is. I don't even know anymore. But it's Thanksgiving already. It's like this year has just flown by. Unbelievable. Christmas right around the corner. Windy. Oh my Lord, go outside right now. It's that bone chilling wind is ridiculous. And believe it or not, some of us, maybe even a guy or two that's watching, I saw Brother Aaron on here, and I don't know who all, but we sit in trees in this weather. Not because we're smart, but I have been in a tree in 30-mile-an-hour wind, which is whatever. Not today. I'm getting too old for that. Uh, I have a couple of places I can go now, and I got a tent and a heater. Yeah, I'm 71. I've worked for that. But I'm going to give you just a little short shot in the arm. This Sunday is going to be awesome. I know we have some special guests coming, some first time visitors. Also, my brother Greg is back from Nashville and he's going to be singing for us Sunday. And I'm excited about that. He was able to come over today and hang out with me a couple hours, and we ate lunch and hung out like brothers. We don't get to see each other very often, so we try to take advantage of that. But anyways, I imagine Greg and Mary Jo and maybe Brenda is watching tonight. God bless y'all. Can't wait to see you this Sunday. Do me a favor, in the comment section, write down. Uh, Let me pull this up real quick. What is your favorite Thanksgiving Day food? Yeah, I want y'all to cooperate with me tonight. What is your favorite? I'm gonna try to read stuff if I can. Anyways, no big rush here. Everything's good. It's just time lapse. Here we go. So, what is it? I used to just love turkey, and I'm actually going to be cooking a small turkey breast tomorrow. But my taste for that has waned a little bit. I also have wild turkey, not the kind in the bottle, by the way. But I shot my first turkey this year back in April and killed another turkey in the fall. I've yet to cook it. I probably should have got it out and just had an old fashioned pilgrim dinner with venison and all that stuff. But I want to know what your favorite food is. And then, if you would, I would like for you to name at least one thing uh, that you're thankful for. Let's not let Thanksgiving just be a title or day. I realize people are busy right now cooking, and historically, I don't have service on Thanksgiving Eve because people don't come, but because I've had some issues lately and been off, had to miss a couple services. I just wanted to get on here just for or just a hot minute tonight, and I'm going to read you just a little bit of history of Thanksgiving. Everybody thinks it's about pilgrims and this and that, and it might be to a degree, but I like history. Now I like the history of things. And we're glad you're on here with us tonight. I see a few people. God bless you. We love all of you. Can't wait to see you this coming Sunday. But Thanksgiving actually originated in 1621. That was a long time ago. And it's basically modeled or patterned after a harvest feast by the Plymouth colonists, which we would call pilgrims now, and the Wampanoag people, which were the Indian nation that was there at that particular point. Uh, Thanksgiving wasn't called Thanksgiving then; it was just like a feast, an annual feast. So days of Thanksgiving were celebrated originally for centuries. But President George Washington uh, issued the first proclamation concerning Thanksgiving in 1789, but it officially became a holiday in 1863 when President Abraham Lincoln declared the last Thursday of November a day for Thanksgiving. And in 1941, President Franklin Roosevelt set the official date as the fourth Thursday in November. It's awesome that we take a day to do that. You know, we do Easter and some of y'all do Halloween, whatever. We do Christmas, but it just is. It is just so commercialized. Everything's cliche, and you know they start putting the Thanksgiving stuff out around Easter. I think you can't even make it from one week to the next without the stores restocking, getting ready for the next whatever's going on. There's always something, and everything's so commercial. It's just a multi-billion-dollar industry. At one time, I knew how many turkeys were killed and ate on Thanksgiving. I forgot it, but I promise you, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. In the Bible, there are numerous, just a litany of scriptures that propagate thankfulness. And I preached a message a long time ago. And like I said, I'm not going to try to hold y'all too long, but I'm excited about getting off and rewatching a little bit to see if my lens worked. And but there's a lot of scriptures that propagate thankfulness, and it's biblical, obviously. But I also believe there's a lot of people, including myself, that have suffered a little bit in that area at times and have not been as thankful as we should be. Uh, we're blessed. All of us are blessed. I know that I am. And when I started studying this week, and I'm studying for tonight and studying for Sunday, and just a lot going on right now. But when I started studying for this, I began to realize how easy it is to not take time and think about the things that God has blessed us with. I would go ahead and do a 180 there and say, for the most part, we take for granted the little things every day that God does in our lives, and how much better off we would be if we would learn to thank Him and be thankful for the things we do have. In order to do that, we have to sometimes shift our perspective about what's going on in our lives, and sometimes things are just not well. People aren't well. People are sick, and there's chaos and trauma and drama. I don't know about y'all, but now we have pretty good family reunions when we have them and dinners and all that. But I hear people that they go to Thanksgiving dinner and they all get mad at each other, and I'm like, come on, you. We need to grow up a little bit. The Second Samuel says this. Therefore, I will give thanks unto thee, O Lord, among the heathen, and I will sing praises unto thy name. I'm going to fire about 4 or 5 scriptures. I'm going to talk for about 5 minutes, probably max. And I'm going to let y'all go do what you got to do. There's some preparation going on around here for us to be with our families tomorrow. And, the traditional thing, we're going to overeat, and then rest a little bit and eat some more. And, some of you who watch football or whatever, I have no idea. I just rest and eat and get up and eat a little bit more, and especially if there's cranberries. I don't know if y'all like cranberries or not, but my wife made a beautiful cranberry dessert, and it's all I can do to stop from eating it before Thanksgiving because I love that stuff. Psalms, one of the most thankful people in the world, and I expected there to be the word thanks or thankful in Psalms more than any other book, and it's true. It just go look it up. David said, and I love this: "It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord, and to sing praises unto Thy name, O Most High." And I thought that was just a marvelous scripture to tie in with Second Samuel, because it I guess the word I'm trying to say is that it's connected to whenever he's thankfully he sings as well. There's a praise in his heart. There, there's a joy thing going on down here. Well, you'll find out before this short sermon's over that thankfulness is a catalyst for joy. Thankfulness will help you to become joyful, and I'm going to show you that. Psalms 106. Stay with me. Praise ye the Lord. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. If you can't find no other reason to thank God, thanking because he's good and thanking because he's merciful. If you stay with me a second here, when you get up tomorrow morning, or maybe before you go to bed tonight, try to think of something that you can thank God for. Even if your life's a wreck right now, just chaos, I don't care. I'm not saying I don't care that there's chaos. I'm saying, just try to think of something to be thankful for. The clothes on your back, the shoes on your feet, the car out here in the driveway, the Thanksgiving, whatever. You can always find something to be thankful for if you try to be thankful and work at that. So I'm going to break this down for a minute or two. Psalms 100, into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name. And I'm just telling you, I would be here all night reading scriptures or thankful scriptures because like I said, it's a litany. I mean, hundreds. The word thanks, thankfulness. It's just there. Uh, so uh, this is just me, but I kind of wrote a little outline for this. Thankfulness can be structured around what I want to call three core points. And the reason I wrote this down is because I'm trying to remember to be thankful myself. I'm trying to maybe make a paradigm shift from being discontent or always wanting or always think I'm needing to uh, make me come to a place that I'm thankful for what I got. And if I don't get anything else, I've already got enough. If God doesn't do anything else, He's already done enough. Is anybody with me tonight on that? So the first structure or the point that or core point I want to make tonight is thankfulness as a command. Uh, the second will be thankfulness as a perspective shift. And then the third one will be thankfulness as an action or an act of service. Uh, the thankfulness is actually a biblical command, uh, even in difficult times. And people don't want to hear this because it shifts our focus from our problems to God's provision. And whenever we shift our focus off our situation and onto God's provision, it empowers me or it is a catalyst for me to find joy. Uh, by uh, actively practicing gratitude, we can actually transform our attitude. There was an old song Mark Farner sang. It used to be Grand Funk Railroad, and then he went gospel. Uh, and there was a song he sang called "Attitude of Gratitude." It was rocky, but I used to like that stuff a long time ago. So uh, whenever we start practicing or making an effort to be grateful and thankful, uh, it will transform our attitude. When our attitude gets transformed, it will cause us to bless others. It will get rid of the ego, the narcissism. Uh, so let me just say this, and then I didn't write the book. I'm just reading. Thankfulness is a command, and thankfulness is also God's will. Watch this. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 18. In everything, give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you. Wow. In everything, would that mean the good times and just when I'm blessed times and when I got money times and when somebody has blessed me times, and or is that when things are not going as well, I should still be thankful for what I have? This is going to come out in a second in the perspective shift, which I felt like God really dealt with me about this because uh, I think maybe I don't want to go deep in this. I think because of some of the stuff that I've been through in the last couple of years, uh, without just naming it, has got me in a place where there's a dissatisfaction with everything. It's part of grief. Uh, like just unsettled, and it's kind of hard to find a normal. Because there's no normal. There's no new normal. Everything just whatever. But uh, the scripture is extremely clear. It's a clear directive to be thankful, not just in good times, but in every situation, recognizing that God is in control 100% of the time, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Amen. 24/7. God is sovereign and He's in charge of all of it. Get that in your head because it's just so true tonight. So, cultivating, when I say cultivate, to make something grow, cultivating a thankful heart sometimes is not easy. As a matter of fact, sometimes it's difficult, hard. Uh, but thankfulness needs to be habitual. We need to make it a habit, uh, make it a daily habit and a choice, and not just an emotion. If somebody gives me something, first of all, one of my love languages is gifts. I can't help it. I've been that way my whole life. I love giving stuff to people, and if you can give me a trinket, I don't care. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be a wooden nickel. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I just part of my love language, and so, but gifts spark emotion. That thankfulness is because I got something. If you think about it, uh, it's not because I already have something or already have something to be thankful for, but somebody gave me something new, so I'm going to be thankful for that. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does to me right now. Uh, that if we're not careful, thankfulness will just be an emotion when it goes away, and then we'll fall back into where we were before we got this revelation that it is the will of God. Carla, I need help out here. Carla McCool, I need help. I have a little situation here. Carla!
I'm here, baby.
I'm at home and someone's knocking on my door.
Okay, hang
Ah, what kind of luck is that? It's just life, y'all. It rattled me because my door's locked out here to the garage. The garage door must be opened, and someone picking on my door. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for that. So uh, it requires a conscientious effort for us to focus on God's goodness, even times difficulty. So I want to talk about it being as a perspective shift. I'm sorry, I got a little bit rattled. Everything's cool. Sorry for yelling like Carla, but I kind of needed some help here. Uh, so if I allow, y'all forgive me for that. I know I raised my voice, but I was kind of in a panic mode. It's all good. So when I transform my outlook, instead of dwelling on my situation, thankfulness helps me to see good. If you're not careful, you will not find good in anything. People who are disgruntled, discouraged, uh, out of tune with the will of God, uh, not even aware of the things that God has blessed them with. people who are unthankful. And this is going to go another direction uh, here in just a second. Uh, but thankfulness helps me to see good in others and maybe even myself. Thankfulness helps me to see the good things of God, and it also brings joy. And a thankful heart is a joyful heart. And so I want to be the person that has true joy in my heart, true joy in my life. And that's the way I want to live because I believe this, and that is a joyful heart cultivates contentment. Whoa. Whenever I'm happy, whenever things, it seems like everything's in sync. Well, I can't wait to go back and watch this fiasco. Uh, Whenever my heart is full with joy, I'm content. So, you know, it's very important for us. The Apostle Paul said, "For I have learned that whatsoever state I am therewith to be content." Yeah, how can I do that? Because this hurts, or I lost something, and this is very difficult. And wow, what am I going to do? But I want to be that person that finds contentment, even if things are not going well. Uh, if you're not careful, you might be the person who, when you're discontent, you will do what they call retail therapy. You'll go buy a bunch of stuff you don't need, or how many's ever went in the store and bought something wasn't looking for? You went for a loaf of bread and come out with a new suit. Sometimes that happens because of we just go off the deep end and not stay structured with our shopping. But when we become content, this is what I think happened. I think it corrects our ego because we've got them, and it also helps us to remember that God is the source of all good things, not my ability by I can't tell you how many things I've bought that I had what was called buyer's remorse. Oh, I wouldn't have bought that. Oh, I'm going to sell it. I'm not going to keep it. Anybody ever done that before? So just remember this. Whatever I have, if it's my phone, my remote control, my earbud, I got other stuff. I hear my iPad Mini. Uh, listen. I'm merely a steward of the things that God has blessed me with. He put these in my hand for me to take care of. He put my family in my hand for me to take care of. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm as guilty as the next person of not being thankful, but boy, I'm trying to bust out of that mold because I have so much to be thankful for tonight. It's just ridiculous. When I come to the place in God and in my own life that I realize how blessed I am, it will also require me to share my blessings with other people. Oh, God gave me this, I better put it in my pocket, and He gave me this, and I better hold on to that. I better, no, whenever God blesses us, He don't always just bless us for us. Sometimes He blesses us so we can bless other people. I think that's very important. So when we're blessed, I'm going to just say this, and I'm about done here. It involves an act of service. Uh, when we are acts of service or we share or bless other people, uh, it's reflecting God's goodness and God's generosity. God has given to me, so I want to give to you. I want to be a blessing to you. So if you're sit under my ministry, been with us for a while, you've probably heard me preach on this and quote it a gazillion times. And it's found in the book of Romans, and the Apostle Paul is speaking, and it's unbelievable when you read this. He said, "For the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even His eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because that, watch, when they knew God, they glorified Him not as God, neither were thankful." Can you believe that? People wasn't glorifying God. They wasn't lifting God up. They wasn't recognizing God, and then he throws in, besides that, they're not even thankful. He said, but became vain in their imagination, and their foolish heart was darkened. A dark heart comes from us not recognizing the authority and the power of God, us not recognizing that everything we have belongs to Him. And if we lose something, it was His in the first place. So it's that simple. God's good to us. He gives to us. Things come and go. We don't like it when things go, but that's part of life sometimes. But just real quick, I spoke way longer than I anticipated, and I'm not going to apologize because I'm excited to even be online tonight, and hopefully someone will get a blessing, and then this will go viral for me hollering at my wife in public. I might have to pull this back down later. I don't know. You vote on that. But anyways, I love you folks. I don't want my heart to get dark, and the way to keep it lightened is for me to be thankful for everything. So tomorrow, don't just eat, and don't say a little rub a dub dub. Thank you for the grub, yay God, prayer over your meal. Thank God really for the things that you have, for your family. If you have health, wow, is there anything more important than that? God is so good to us. Hey, I love you folks so much. Thanks for watching the broadcast tonight. And one more time, I apologize for my little whatever. I just got thrown off a little bit. It's all good. I won't bring it up again. I love you folks so much. Don't forget this coming Sunday, going to be an awesome time. Going to have a first time visitor too. My brother Greg McCool's here from Nashville, and he will be singing again. It's just going to be great. So we will see you Sunday at 11 o'clock. Y'all don't overeat tomorrow, and don't forget, be thankful in everything. God bless.